Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another one of the series that we've created here about what's happening in the world of Web3 and more importantly, what's being built on Stacks and at the Stacks Accelerator. If you don't know much about Stacks, check it out on the link below, Stacks Accelerator, same as well. We've got notes in the comments box, but today I'm joined by two outstanding founders who were a part of the first cohort at the Stacks Accelerator, building in the world of decentralized finance, a now $200+ million industry and growing by the instant. And before I get into anything more around this industry, I want both of them to provide a quick introduction as to who they are and what they're building. Philip, let's kick it off with you. Short introduction and yourself and Arcadigo.
Hey, Gal, happy to be here. So yes, I'm Philip, one of the core contributors of Arcadigo. We are a decentralized finance protocol. And first and foremost, I would say we are a stablecoin protocol. So the special thing about our stablecoin is that it generates a yield paid to you in Bitcoin. In other words, you're depositing your Stacks assets, you're borrowing against those assets, but at the same time, your Stacks tokens, they generate a yield, making your Stacks token way more efficient than just stacking it in proof of transfer as you usually do today. So that stablecoin can be taken anywhere, any protocol company in the Stacks ecosystem can implement that in their applications. Quick overview, hope that that's good.
That's perfect. Next, Alan, CryptoMate. Alan, a quick introduction on yourself and CryptoMate.
Hi, everyone. My name is Alan. I'm one of the founders of CryptoMate. I'm Argentinian born and raised, but living in Europe. CryptoMate basically is a decentralized exchange ecosystem and an AI guide for tackling the long tail user adoption into DeFi. So basically, we are creating a series of chatbots for people to be able to be guided and talk to a machine that will tell them how to make their first steps into this crypto world. Hey, here is your wallet. Here's how you open one. Here is how you get your first tokens via your local community or local peers, financial institutions around your corner, and so on and so forth. And then how you get to access these protocols, maybe Arcadigo as well, for you to get lending, to stack your Satoshis, to stack your STX as well. And basically arrive to the promise of financial inclusion that traditional finances couldn't deliver.
And speaking of financial inclusion, I mean, decentralized finance opens that up for everybody and anybody. Again, 200 billion with a big capital B industry as of today here on October 13th. That's a monster of an industry that has grown just really in less than 2 years, and in some cases less than 18 months, this rapid progression. For both of you and Arcadigo or Phil, I want to start with you. Why did you choose to build not only in decentralized finance, but more importantly, on Stacks and Bitcoin?
Yeah, so Bitcoin, as you know, it's a $1 trillion asset and it's sitting there, let's say, but it's not a rock, it's programmable. And Stacks is really the first, let's call it an ecosystem. It's a layer 1 blockchain, one of the first that enables building on top of Bitcoin. And so if we can enable all that value, that $1 trillion that's just sitting there idle right now, and bring that into the Stacks ecosystem, that would be a huge win for not only Bitcoiners, but also people who want better and more exposure to Bitcoin using their Bitcoins.
And Phil, talk to us about stablecoins. This is gone back and forth over the industry, positive and negative, a lot of questions, a lot of answers. But all in all, stable coins have really become a revolutionary asset in the digital asset space. And you stepping forward to create this new type of stable coin. What led to that decision? And again, why? Where do you see the future of stable coins maybe going from here?
Yeah, if you look at the most popular stablecoins, which is Tether and USDC, they have some form of fiat exposure. But stablecoins are a lot more than just a stable store of value and exposure to your dollar. Stablecoins are used everywhere today in DeFi, and it's really one of the basic building blocks that you need to build a DeFi ecosystem. So what we wanted to do is not only create these self-repaying loans, in other words, generate a yield on your Stacks assets and having that stablecoin at your disposition, but only allow other people to build on top of that. Because without a stablecoin, it's just not possible to build a DeFi ecosystem. And there's a lot of specialization in stablecoins going on today. And I think the yield generating part is very attractive for users. Hence, we will bring a lot of those users into Stacks. So yes, without stablecoins, no DeFi. That's the main reason we started building it.
I like the answer, Alan. To you, building a decentralized exchange of DAX and specifically focused on the Latin America, Latam market. What drove you to create that and focus on such a market? Financial inclusion, we said, is a big piece of the DeFi puzzle, but why Latam and kind of why now?
Well, as I mentioned, I was born and raised in South America, and I'm very familiar with the economical pains of the region, inflation, devaluation of currencies, everything that you consider stable, maybe in a more developed country. These rules don't apply in South America or any other underdeveloped country in particular. And my experience basically being a co-founder in one of the fastest growing centralized exchange in the region is that for you to be able to comply with local regulation and for you to be able to service these people, you need a compliance department that is always going to be at least 100x times bigger than the team developing the technology. So our approach basically, and what I learned, is that you need local foot on ground and they comply to the local regulations of each country, but you can provide a layer on top of that provides the access to the DeFi system, and a layer below that provides the on-ramps and the onboarding for these communities as well. So basically what we are doing is a sandwich into DeFi. We are the Latin American sandwich into DeFi.
Yeah, perfect metaphor. I can't argue against that. Alan, where do you see things going from here when it comes to decentralized exchanges, and then also Latin America and the broader crypto scene or digital assets? We have a lot of activity happening within the region. Bitcoin becoming a legal tender, to more activity around yields and around trading, and many others. Where do you see things going from here?
Well, in my opinion, I see, and this is what we are working on. Imagine a world where all the Western Union-like stores or the competence that RIA or whatever other money sending service, money sending provider that you can find in most of the countries. Imagine you go to these spaces, and instead of sending money, you have your storage of digital assets, and you can on-ramp and off-ramp people from there into this world, and you can access all the services that the bank used to provide, but just getting on this world via these local ramps. We see this is going to be the future, and this is going to be a mix with basically these stores, physical stores, and also a lot of increments. There will be a higher penetration of credit card and debit card systems in general. And this will also be a way of people to get into this world as well. And centralized exchange will have some relevance, but they will only be able to serve people that already are bankrupt. So it's very limited the impact that they will be able to deliver. But we see for sure a massive adoption in the region, that it will come from the community growth, from the down to the top, basically, not from the top down. It won't trickle down.
Mm-hmm. Come from the bottom up on that as well. Philip, you got something awesome, something really exciting. You've been teasing it out into the world of crypto Twitter, as we'll call it. You've teased it a little bit to me and previewed it as to what's to come. October 21st, you've got a big release. Tell us a little bit about what's coming up.
Correct. Big announcement. We are going live on mainnet on October 21st. We're super excited. This has been 7 months in development. We've gone through security audits, a lot of pain, a lot of late nights, but we're finally ready. And we're launching with a big event. On the 21st, we're going live. On the 28th, which is 1 week later, we are enabling deco emissions, meaning you will be able to farm yield on our platform. And so we are dropping 1.5 million deco of our governance token in those first 6 weeks of being on mainnet. So if you want to farm at high yields, you got to be there on day one. So be there, follow us, and happy to have you all. Looking forward to it.
Awesome, awesome. And what does this mean for Arcadigo? I mean, this is a big moment in a company's journey, but what does this mean going forward? Once things come on to testnet, governance tokens are provided, what's next? What does this mean for where Arcadigo goes?
Yeah, I love the question because the launch is super important. Obviously, we're going live, but it's just one discrete event. It's only getting started. And what we really want to do is bootstrap this DeFi economy on Stacks. So we have the stablecoin, and we're going to incentivize other teams to use our stablecoin to build derivatives of our stablecoin, to build derivative protocols. And so we'd love to work with other ecosystem partners, protocols, companies that can benefit from using our stablecoin, and create some synthesis, some cross, whatever you call it, some
cross-pollination.
Cross-pollination. I'm not a biologist, but that was the word I'm looking for. And so once we have that, we'll take it to the next level. And just as another blockchain, you have this whole DeFi ecosystem building up from those building blocks together with other protocols.
Love it. Alan, to you, where can everyone find you and CryptoMate online if they want to get started, want to help, want to support, and want to begin the journey with you?
Well, basically, if you enter on our site, cryptomate.me, like me, because we want everyone to be part of it and be really have an ownership into this world as well. So it's cryptomate.me. You will find all of our social network links in our Telegram group in Spanish and in English, and our Discord channel for community as well. And we will release next week as well our chatbots in English and other languages. But right now it's only Spanish, so sorry, pardon. But it could be an opportunity this week for you to practice it, or just wait a little bit and then you will be able to do it in English as well.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. And Philip, to you, where can everyone find you in Arcadigo online and be a part of this upcoming launch on October 21st?
Yeah, so easiest is on Twitter. That's Arcadigo Finance, ARKADIKO Finance. It's a mouthful, but you can find us there, and Discord and everything, testnet links, mainnet link will all be there. Yeah.
Wonderful. And everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. Alan, Philip as well, thank you very much for sharing what's happening in the world around DeFi, decentralized finance on Bitcoin and Stacks as well. To those also that tuned in, we'll have all the links and everything mentioned in the comment box below. So don't worry if you missed the spelling of anything, we've got you, and we'll have the links included below. With that, everyone, we'll be back here soon with another episode breaking down what's happening in the world of Web3 on Bitcoin, blockchain, Stacks, and much more. Take care, everybody.